Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Serena Trong, and I am planning on taking the Civil Engineering program at BCIT. I will be covering today what civil engineering is, including details regarding the BCIT program, different green jobs in this field, and lastly, interesting facts that I learned about civil engineering while being in tech entry. Now, I'm curious to see if any of you know what this picture portrays. I'll give you a moment to analyze it. Any guesses at all? Well, this is actually BCIT during construction in the early 1960s. It's amazing how different it is today, but we all wouldn't be here without our civil engineers. We can say the same thing regarding our cities. Even though our cities are already developed, we are still finding more ways or more efficient ways to function. This is what I truly find fascinating about engineering as a whole, especially civil engineering. Firstly, I'd like to discuss what is civil engineering. Well, civil engineers plan, design, construct, and maintain our city's functions. This includes road and railway systems, bridges, all different kinds of buildings in our city, and so much more. This field is constantly expanding. It is definitely a challenging trade, but it is so diverse. I feel like there is something for everyone in this field interested in engineering. And in 2008, civil engineers reached a median income of $78,000 a year. Of course, this has increased today, but I thought that was an interesting tidbit to add in there. Now let's move on to the civil engineering program. There are some requirements that need to be met in order to take the program. First of all, you must have your high school diploma, of course, and a minimum 73% in English 12, Physics 12, Chem 12, and Pre-Calculus 12. You must also complete the mandatory applicant questionnaire, which you will submit along with your transcript. This questionnaire is where you will put related experience and why you would like to enter this program. Of course, experience is not mandatory, however, it will help with your application. At BCIT, they offer a 2-year diploma program or a 4-year degree program. When you complete the 2 years in either program, you will receive the diploma, and a select few will be offered to continue on with the 4-year degree. Of course, this is decided by your average GPA during the 2-year diploma program. So you really want to make sure you work hard those 2 years. In the civil program at BCIT, you will be taking the following classes in your first semester. There is an introductory civil engineering course, as well as advanced calculus, physics, and communication classes. Tech entry was definitely a good warm-up for the courses to come. And as you can expect to see, there is a hefty workload. But you also expect to see similar classes as well following the next semesters. After these primary courses, you would take more design and mechanic courses. For example, you would be taking a class called Civil 3050, which is all about road design in your 3rd semester. I think this will be challenging for your creative sides. And in my opinion, that is quite exciting to see because you don't get to express your creativity as much when it comes to technology. So after the civil engineering program, you should be prepared to practice what you've learned professionally. You will develop skills in engineering science, design, trades, communication, and be able to utilize your creative abilities. I interviewed a student who has graduated from BCIT with a diploma in civil engineering in 2018. His name is Jatinder Brar, and he is currently working at the township of Langley in his field. He has told me in this field you will be working with a lot of Excel sheets and numbers. He also advised that the most challenging yet rewarding part about the BCIT program is the capstone project. The capstone project must be completed within your 2nd and 4th years in the program. It will showcase your technical and creative abilities, and employers will use this as a representation of your skills. Now moving on, we all know how important it is to keep our environment clean. In an industry like engineering, building, and construction, there are so many possibilities when it comes to pollution. Luckily, in our modern society, there are lots of green job opportunities. Now, what is a green job? Well, a green job is essentially any job that contributes to a more sustainable world. You see in our community more than ever the pushing and advertisement of organic produce, electric cars, and recycling. Green jobs also apply to civil engineering. In civil engineering, we need to be more mindful about what materials should be used when designing buildings. Currently, a hot topic in constructing buildings is the green building movement. This focuses on green structures that are energy efficient and high performing. These buildings use sustainable materials, and you may be able to develop some of these structures in the future. In green civil engineering, it is very similar to traditional civil engineering. However, you're being more mindful of our ecosystem. You would still manage, build, construct, and manufacture services for our society, but with more sustainable resources. Finally, I would like to speak about what I've learned about civil engineering while being in tech entry. I absorbed a lot of material, especially when researching for this oral report. I learned that it will be a difficult yet rewarding journey. I learned that it is an ever-growing trade, and what interests me the most about civil engineering is being able to use my creative side and knowing that I can learn something new every day and do something different every day, so I'll never get bored. And it'll just be a very interesting journey that I'd like to experience. Now, does anyone have any questions at all? Well, thank you for letting me speak about civil engineering and how it's important to me. I've summarized the facts on what civil engineering is again, and the program at BCIT and different jobs that you can learn yourself as well. Thank you, everyone. Take care.